Hey guys, what is up? Today I come to you with my review of Gintama chapter 594. It is freaking hot outside, so I advise you guys to try to stay inside and stay as cool as possible. It is burning outside. It's no joke. But anyway, in this chapter, it's really crazy. I'm scared for future chapters after this chapter because what Utsuro is planning is nothing small. It's huge, and I mean that's an understatement of what I have to say. So we come to find out a few things about the Tendoshu. So we know from this chapter, the Tendoshu is actually an organization that manages the power of the Altana. And if you did not know before, the Altana is almost grown like a plant on various planets. One being on Earth and the other being on the Yato planet that Kagura's mother, Koka, used to live on. Now, the Altana has the power to give immortal life to many of the species that live on there, so they can live for a very, very long time. And of course, you not continuously receiving it. If you were not born from it, like Utsuro, you can die because you do not have the supplements from the Altana to keep you alive and breathing. What have example Koka that died, Kagura's mother that died because she did not continuously receive from the Altana. So we also find out that the Tendoshu made a pact with Utsuro. So knowing that Utsuro could not die, every time he died he was born as another Utsuro, or in fact he was born as Yoshida Shoyo, but Yoshida Shoyo was the resistance. And knowing that the fact that Yoshida carried on his legacy with his students, you know who his students are, that part of him, that resistance, still resides in his students before he was killed off by Utsuro himself. So, saying to say that Utsuro, because of the pact, Utsuro gave in exchange to be in the Tendoshu and trying to find a way because he could not die, trying to find someone from the Tendoshu in order to kill him, he gave them his blood. Knowing that he's immortal, they will receive similarities to being immortal. But here's the catch: even though you have the blood running through you and they took a lot from him, there are some drawbacks to it. Supposedly, because they receive so much, now there are drawbacks where they're losing their arms, they're losing their limbs, and soon enough possibly they're also losing their sight, and soon enough their heads are going to start rolling off their bodies. But the thing is, while they are dead, their bodies will take forever to rot. Now, we know that you will not die automatically, you'll still live, but like I said, there are the drawbacks where your body can start falling apart, and it will take very long for the body to decay, therefore giving possibly an agonizing death, if not killed off quickly. And we come to find out the huge plot that Utsuro has been planning since way before, and possibly way before he was introduced during the Shinsengumi farewell arc. And we come to find out that his huge plot is that by taking the keys off of decayed, dead Tendoshu higher rank members, he's able to open up the gates, those portals that transport from the planet, whatever planet they're on, to say like back to outer space, to the location that is needed to be transportation for the transportation, like the one that's on Earth, that huge tower, that's a portal for them, because the higher rank Tendoshu have these markings in the palm of their hand shaped like a diamond, and it's called keys, and they have the power to open and close each gate that's on each planet. And because he used one of the Tendoshus who's already dead using their key in order to open these gates, it allows him to destroy them. And what he's doing is that he's trying to make a revolt against the Tendoshu, where if say like he destroys a planet, it will cause whoever survives from the planet to hate and resent the Tendoshu, and anyone that is siding with the Tendoshu or working with them cause him to have somewhat a mistrust with them and go and rebel against them. So what he's trying to do is cause a worldwide, not even worldwide, a universal scale war against the Tendoshu, and also while at the same time destroying multiple planets. And I guess one of the many planets, or the very few planets that are left with these portals, is Earth. And that will be where our characters that we have been waiting for a long time for them to go back to Earth. And then we get to see where the Shinzengumi is also going to be involved, as well as many people on Earth will have to find a way in order to defeat Utsuro and his plan, and try to stop him from destroying any other planet within the galaxy. Like, his plan is not no small thing where it's okay, we just destroy Earth and we call it the end of the day. No, he wants to destroy multiple planets. And it's like either you want to die, if you kill off everybody, how are you gonna die? You're just gonna be living in an empty space. And it's like, it's a terrifying thing when you think about it. Like, he's using the Tendoshu for his own purposes in order to continuously destroy multiple planets, because he cannot die. He has not found a person that can kill him. But of course, we have where Gintoki, Katsura, and Takasugi, and many of our favorite characters are going to be the ones who has to stop this menace. And it's really scary, but like, I'm so hyped up for that, because I want to see how they're going to be able to do that. I don't know if they can kill him, but if they can somehow try to put a stop to him permanently, which will be more of the realistic approach to it, because this guy cannot die, or he probably can. That would be the question that we all are asking and hoping to get an answer for, because I don't know how they're going to do it. And I don't want something to be like an ass pull from Gintama saying that he died because of some other crazy stuff or friendship. I don't want that. I don't want that to happen, because then that would be a huge disappointment, because it was all this build-up just to see some mediocre way to defeat this strong being. So this chapter has me scared but very hopeful for future chapters. We're going to see some characters we have not seen in a long time come back for such a huge fight, a huge war that's going to take down on Earth, and possibly for the rest of any life form within the universe. So that being said, if you guys read this chapter of Gintama, please tell me your thoughts and opinions on what you hope for future chapters. Also, do you know Gintama is going to have a live action movie? I probably already announced it in the beginning of the video, or if I didn't, are you hyped for that? Because knowing Gintama and something about with sponsors and not having enough budget, I just want to know how well they're going to be able to pull this off, this live action movie, and I cannot wait to see it for myself as well. So I'm Kimmy-chan of Anime Legends Podcast. The links are in the description box, so you guys can go check that out. And I will see you guys later. Bye!